Capoeira is an art that combines martial art, dance, and music. And for many years, it was seen as a practice that didn't involve any competition. But now, as capoeira continued to spread around the world, competitions have become more common. In this video, we'll explore the controversial topic of capoeira competitions. Are they good for the art or do they undermine its spirit? I would like to start by saying that I have participated in 3 competitions during the last 12 years. At the first competition, I got the first place in a tie with a very close friend of mine. The second competition, we both participated. He got the first place and I got the second place. But in the third competition, I felt it went really well for me, but the judges thought otherwise. I'm pretty competitive, so I enjoyed it. And I enjoy simply playing capoeira. The negative side about capoeira competitions is that we don't have any weight categories. That can be really dangerous and lead to many injuries. If someone who is heavier than his opponent goes for a takedown and he's full of adrenaline, this might end up bad. I remember one of the competitions I took part, one participant kicked martello into the other guy's face and gave him a black eye. Another thing which is really problematic is capoeira is a martial art. It involves the martial side and the artistic side. But in these kind of competitions, we often lose the artistic expression of the capoeirista. I find it really confusing. Capoeira practitioners are artists and athletes. Sometimes it looks like it contradicts each other. It's easier to choose one or the other. Sometimes even outside of competitions, there are these capoeira moments where something really impressive happens. Let's say a takedown or a flip. This kind of stuff usually gets people's reactions. They either laugh or they shout. This gets the players in the roda thinking that is what the audience wants to see. If they're easily influenced by other people, this might consume their attention and they won't be playing authentically. They will be playing capoeira in order to get the audience, the circle, the holders' validation. The good side about competitions is that they get more exposure. It's great for capoeira. That way, more people will get to know about capoeira. And capoeira definitely needs more eyes because it's a hidden gem. And the athletes too. Maybe someone who participates in a great competition and does well will get invited to teach somewhere and he can live off his art, of his training, and of his experience, and he can live as a capoeirista and he doesn't have to work another job. He can live as an athlete as they do in other sports. This is great because it helped them dedicate their life into their interest, going deeper, and by that, maybe helping the sport evolve by simply getting better and showing people different abilities they didn't know are possible or better ways to teach. Competitions also give people motivation to train. I've been training capoeira for 21 years now, and I had many friends who fell from their training along the way. Maybe if they had an objective, a goal that they can focus on, it would have been easier for them to maintain a training regime. I'll let you on a secret. I've been training for a competition for the last month, and I had a fear in me of my body. Would it be capable to hold up with all the training regime I want to get into? So I've decided to take it much more seriously and solve these aches I have in my back. Reflecting upon that, I see that by me wanting to take part in a competition, I'm solving a problem I've had for a long time. So I went to meet up a therapist, which advised me to start with powerlifting. So that's what I'm doing right now. Obviously, taking more care of my nutrition and my sleep. Having this goal helps me eat healthier because I can see the reason. I have an understanding of why am I doing it. Competitions can help capoeiristas financially if they win a prize or they get more job offers. Now I have a question for you. What brought a lot of money into the UFC was Conor McGregor by mostly trash talking. That created a lot of hype towards his fights and a lot of people paying pay-per-view. Let me know in the comments what do you have to say about the idea of trash talk in the capoeira competition context. Can it do good like it did with UFC? There's this new competition called Volta do Mundo Bamba. I really like that concept because it's different. They choose puristas that they believe are the best in the world and they get them to compete in between each other. I found it much more interesting to watch because I know a lot of them, some personally and some from social media. So we got in contact and they say they think I have a good chance of winning this kind of competition. Would you like to see me compete? I really want to prove you that the takedowns and fight technique course I created is applicable in this kind of situations. I'm going to create this kind of comparison videos of what I teach and how I train it and how it functioned in real time. Another thing is I want to create a video, a mini documentary about my journey as an Israeli competing in a Brazilian martial art. The odds are actually against me. There I might also get the opportunity to express my mission in getting people to understand that they can learn capoeira from anywhere in the world in their own time, at their own home, through the internet. Next, I recommend you watch this video. Ashe.